Toffee TV, it's the starting 11 show for Leicester City at home. A big game, it's a big game. Big game, it's a big game, they're all big games. This one's a big game. It's been a big week, we need a win. We need a win, Baz.
Massive game.
Massive game. Right, let's get into the team. After a good performance, you kept faith for them in the week. And after a big game at Man United, Joe Robles continues. I think there's no worries. I think he'll be number one for the rest of the season. And then I think the manager's...
In the summer, another keeper.
Do you know what? Yes, because... And I'll tell you why. And it's not... I'm not saying Joel's not good enough. I'm just saying go out and do something mad and buy a top-class keeper and get...
Is the top-class keepers around?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Leicester City have one.
I don't.
Okay, I'm just saying Leicester City have one.
I don't think Leicester keeper's better than him.
Okay. But okay.
But I understand that.
Butland, I still think Butland's the one. No, I still think he's the one.
What about Pickford? Because they're down.
Yeah, he's another one, yeah. You get him now. Get him now. Don't mess about. Get him now.
That's what I mean. Yeah. Because the reason I say Pickford... Because I'd love Horn. I'd love Leno in Germany. Fraser Forster's 28, I think, and he cost about 30 odd million. But I think with Pickford, it's a fair competition. It's a fair fight. Yeah. You don't know which one is going to get it.
I think what's happened this season is that I think almost like Stecklenberg was brought in as like the third choice keeper or whatever, the second choice keeper. He started the season because the manager clearly hadn't seen enough between them. And Joel has got in there and if you think about it, the levels of consistency has been quite good with Joel. He's dropped a couple of clangers, but most goalies do. I think De Gea dropped a clanger against us the other night, so no, but I think he does. I think he has though there. I think he should. It's not that he hasn't said that. I think he should come out and be a little bit.
De Gea does make mistakes.
Yeah, all goalies make. All goalies make. Courtois made a mistake the other night. Yeah, last against City. You all make mistakes. It's just
thank you, Willie.
Yeah, exactly.
Hazard was a back pass.
All goalkeepers make mistakes. Petr Cech made mistakes this season. All of them do. You know.
In general, he's been very good.
He's been good. He's kept his mistakes down to a couple of unfortunate big games, but
again, I mean, you could argue he got us a point the other night, couldn't you?
You could.
Because the free kick could have gone.
And I think that's better than being what Stecklenberg was, which was like in the Man City game he was like a 10, and then in the Burnley game he was a 2.
Chelsea away.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd rather have that. I'd rather have be like a 7 every week. You've changed up here. Obviously with Ashley Williams missing, there's big questions being asked. I mean, the most logical thing people will be thinking is that Matthew Pennington will go in at right back, but you've mixed it up a little bit. You've brought John Joe Kenny in at right back.
Yep. Pennington, I mean, to be honest, this is the team that I would play.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think Koeman will probably go with Pennington because he's got in. But the reason I've got to change that up is because Leicester are quick.
Yeah.
Right, and I'm expecting Vardy to play now. We spoke about this on the preview. Champions League week, they might change it anyway. But if Vardy plays, he's fast. Pennington ain't quick, and neither's Jags. Yeah. And I just feel, and at Goodison, if we were away, you could say, right, let's go to Leicester and just sit on the edge of our box and shut those spaces down. You know.
Yeah, at home.
But at home, you expect us to push on, and I don't think we can can afford to get caught. So I've gone with John Joe Kenny. Because when he come in against Norwich the last game of last season, he was excellent. We saw him, albeit in the 23s, a few weeks ago against Southampton. He just reminded me of Seamus Coleman.
Yeah.
He was solid in the tackle. He was up and down that line all day long, and he's quick. So it's another bit of pace. Mason Holgate slots in. Yeah. Now, okay, he's not as strong as Matthew Pennington, but he's quick, and his recovery. We've seen it the other night against Rashford.
And he's got a lot more Premier League experience as well.
Exactly. So I would put him alongside Jagielka for this game, I really would. And then obviously you've got Bainesy over there at left back. But I think that would almost negate the threat of Vardy. Pace-wise, but
yeah, I do worry if he puts Pennington next to Jags. I do worry about that because there isn't that much pace. Pennington's like, if he's going to be anything, he's going to be like that, like a back.
He's going to be Jagielka.
He's going to be like that kind of player, isn't he? He's not going to be. You know, we're desperate for pace back there. We really are. Into midfield, Schneiderlin made a big decision. We're obviously recording this before the press conference, so. But he has talked them up and said he should be ready. He said
he should be ready, and I think he comes back. And Gareth Barry was marvellous against Manchester United the other night. He really was. But Schneiderlin, to me, is in a different... I mean, another thing they could do is he could play Gareth Barry centre-back alongside Jagielka and Nobody.
That's a worry though.
It's experience.
Yeah.
It's pace-wise again, but Pennington, I don't think he's much quicker than Barry, so it's one of them. However, back to the midfield, I put Schneiderlin in there because for me, ain't no one better in that role. There really isn't. And what it does is it allows these two.
Yeah.
You see, I think if you've got this back four, you could argue this with Pennington and if Schneiderlin's there. He'll sit and patrol
and protect,
and these two then can go and play their normal game, which is basically go and press the ball, get tackles in. Either one of them in this role.
I know, that's what
Anfield that didn't.
That's what I think was missing at Anfield. When Garner's in there, he still goes out and tries to press, and it leaves that big hole in there.
Ironically, and we both said we didn't want it to happen. Gareth Barry probably would have done well at Anfield, the way it played out because of the spaces. But I think Schneiderlin. If he's fit, it's a no-brainer to me because I think he's a fabulous footballer for us, and these two will be busy then in the midfield. And then Morales. I've gone for Morales. He's got to play. For me, he was man of the match the other night. The reason why I said that was the defence with Williams, Jagielka, and Gareth Barry were marvellous, and Holgate. But I just thought Morales, because it was a big game and that it was Old Trafford, he carried our threat all the time. And so I give him man of the match because I've been critical of him, particularly away from home of just drifting in and out. I don't think he did drift in and out the other night, so he fully deserves to start. Ross deserves to start. Okay, didn't have a great game at Anfield, but he was much better against United. And at home, he's being different class.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's no question who starts up front, Romelu Lukaku. So I think that, to me, when I look at it and I've thought about it, I'm happier with that 11.
No, I like it. I don't mind that at all. For me, the difference between playing Pennington and Kenny is nothing. Do you know what I mean? I know Pennington's got a little bit more experience at Premier League level. He finished last season playing a couple of games but I don't see any difference. I think Kenny can come in at right back and play a big job. I think Holgate can play inside without a problem. And the other Jags is in there to keep an eye on all of it.
Exactly. The other thing you're going to get from Kenny is you're going to get that snapping into tackles. That's what he likes to do. He's over at right back. He's done it. He came in last year, and you've got Pennington on the bench. If he's having a problem, Holgate pushes out, and Pennington just goes.
Just going back to Morales.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Morales finish the season strong, playing every game. We're playing now. We go for the rest of the season.
And we want him. We want him close.
For the rest of the season, we finish the season now with a game every weekend. There's nothing else.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Morales play every single game now if he's fit.
What about Lookman?
No, I'm not asked.
No, I'm just asking about his development.
No, I'm not. I honestly don't care.
Okay.
I know that's people might say, well, his development. I like Morales, right? I know, but I know he's been an idiot, and I know he's a very temperamental person who plays with his heart on his sleeve. But I know there's a player in there. I don't know whether it's because of injuries or uncertainty about his role at the club, or just the fact. I think Martinez didn't like him because he was hot-headed. But I like the fact he's hot-headed. I like the fact that he walked off the pitch at Old Trafford pissed off because he didn't get to finish the game because he had something. I like that. There's not enough players in our team who I think that's why Martinez didn't like him.
Ross wasn't happy though.
No, but I like that, and I think Martinez didn't like him because of that. Martinez wouldn't play Osman in Derby because he was terrified he'd get sent off. You can't have that attitude.
He shouldn't have played Derby.
No, but you can't have that attitude in football. And I like the fact that Morales has got something about him. I think he's happier when he plays.
Well, he is, because he is when he gets close to him. Don't forget, Man City was, you'd probably say, was our standout performance in this since the turn of the year. And Kevin Morales played off Rom. And Ross was everywhere. He played off Rom, and he was unbelievable.
I'd like to see Lookman get more chances off the bench. I know there has been talk that he's homesick, and it happens. It happens. People come to the club and they get that initial bounce. You know, they're going into training and everyone's putting an arm around them and looking after them, and then as the weeks come by, they just become
the squad player.
Just become another person, and what I like to see is. Because I mean, this sounds stupid, but with these players in the team now and Pennington, with the under 23s, have got like 3 games left, big games. Like I think they've got Spurs. Who else have they got? And they play Liverpool. They've got Liverpool. I think they got one other. I can't remember who it's against. And they want to win the league. And I'd like to see Lookman go into that. I know he can't go in at centre back and right back because that's where they really need them. But I'd like to see Lookman given a couple of games in the under 23s at the end of the season, just to say. Because he come from Charlton straight into the Everton sort of first team, and I'd like to see that. I'd like to see him get a couple of goals in the under 23s, get a couple of goals off the bench, the manager reaffirming that he is, and because really, don't forget, we weren't expecting nothing from him. No, we weren't expecting anything from him. He scored in his first game, and everyone went, whoa, and then he had a couple of good cameos, and everyone was like, oh my god, and then he dropped off a little bit in a couple of games where he started, where he was pushed out to the left, which was naturally his position. So I'd like almost like a reset on Lookman.
And just start now, your career starts.
Yeah,
it potentially should.
As it would have. Play him in the under-23s, give him a couple of goals off the bench, get him back to. We expect nothing from your kid. We're going to put you on at the last 15-20 minutes of games. Go and have a goal off the striker, and let's just start again. And I think we'll get a lot more out of him. But it's when people are like saying, throw him on for the last 20 minutes of Old Trafford, like, let's all calm down.
No, what I was saying about the Old Trafford thing was, I would have understood if he'd have come on rather than Calvert-Lewin, because he's someone who naturally would have carried the ball. I don't see Calvert-Lewin doing that. Calvert-Lewin is a centre forward, and he done okay against Hull. He did work hard up and down that wing, but that's at home with the crowd, and to Hull coming on at Old Trafford when you've got, now okay, he might have been beyond Lookman to come on at Old Trafford, but he's naturally an attacking player, so I don't know.
Interesting.
But yeah, no, Morales is key, and especially if he's got to get close to Rom, because Rom is going to come up, you would think, against Huth and Wes Morgan, who are two monsters. Yeah, he can tear them apart as he did, around Christmas time, but you need someone to go and pull one of them out of position so he can go 1-for-1. If he's isolated with two again, he's going to find the same thing he found at Anfield.
Yeah.
But with us at home and us pushing on, I'd expect us to get him in. But I'd be delighted if that was the Everton lineup on Sunday. I really would.
Right, that's our team. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let us know in the comments. Make sure you check out our match preview as well. If you haven't joined us on Patreon, why not?
Do it.
Go and do it. There's some tremendous stuff over there, including our full rewatches, our retro rewatches, which everyone seems to love, and we're going to be coming up with some big things on there, some big well, not just this season. We're going to go through all the old season videos and the road to Wembley, the road to Wembley for some of them, road to Rotterdam, 87 season preview. We're going to do it all. We're going to do it all. Get over there and check it out. Thanks for watching Toffee TV. We'll see you later.